What a piece. Now, last night, at the first presentation of this lecture, the Harvard Square Theater, this performance of the Mozart Symphony was interrupted in the middle of the first movement by a bomb scare. And we all had to go out into the street, nobody knowing whether we were going to come back and resume or not, and wait for almost an hour until we had word that the police had cleared the whole theater. And during that wait, I must say that I was sick at heart and overcome by despair, because why had I been talking my guts out for an hour and a half on human brotherhood and universality, only to have this kind of despicable disproof of human brotherhood thrown in our faces? But when I came back, and we all came back, and so many of the audience did come back, to my amazement, and listened from the beginning again through to the end of this symphony, I must say that my faith was restored and doubled, not only by this incredible piece of music, which I guess if one had to point to a work that symbolized in itself the essence of the whole Faustian experience of man since the Renaissance, this would be it. But also because of the number of the audience that waited it out and came back and listened to it, terribly moved. Of course, I wouldn't have been so upset if the interruption had come during my talk, but to interrupt Mozart, to interrupt that extraordinary wholeness and continuity, that entity which is this work, was the greatest insult of all. But as I say, my faith was restored just to hear it, and just to hear it with those people and through them. So I feel even more confident of what I was trying to say in the beginning than I had when I wrote it. Just a short word now about our subject next time, which will be syntax. If you remember, the second of the three linguistic departments. Musical and linguistic syntax, in which we'll be examining the actual formations of these phonological elements we've been discussing this time. And then we'll be ready to understand the semantic problems of music from Mozart to the present, and hopefully come closer and closer to understanding and maybe even answering Ives' unanswered question. Thank you.